Welcome to a newly energized Big Trouble in Little podcast. Hey, I'm Andy.
I'm Chaz. I want to scream, but I'll wake up my daughter. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm Joe Dubs.
I'm Zach.
Eh,
We're back. We're back with more Twilight Zone, and we're back with a new intro that was a big surprise to everyone except us.
yes, and I want to preface it before anybody says it. I've been messing with AI a lot,
Yeah, no kidding.
and it's really fucking hard for the AI to learn. I want Big Trouble in Little Podcast because if you notice, it said Big Trouble. And then it did like an instrument, and then little podcast. I'm like, fuck it. It's whatever.
Wait, I'm just confused. Wait, are you telling me that you didn't hand draw?
No.
You didn't hand draw 6 fingers on my right hand?
That's bullshit, Dubs. I quit.
Was there 6 fingers?
Oh, yeah.
Chaz quit. He quit the show because he didn't pay an artist to draw that or something.
You didn't sing that song? That wasn't you?
You didn't pay a band to sing it for you and make it?
No. Was that you protesting, Chaz?
I tried, but I couldn't. That's the big trouble.
You got me wondering.
If you've been here before, you've heard probably the regular old music. Now we've got our very own special cool music
that we totally wrote ourselves.
Made by Al. Al's our friend.
Al, that's right.
Yeah,
it's
you
okay.
may know Al. You may know classics by Al. Like I glued my balls to my butthole.
Again.
Again.
Classic.
But anyway, back to the matter at hand, Twilight Zone. We're right in the middle of it. It's January. Every January since the inception of the show, we've watched Twilight Zone, or some approximation thereof for January. And this week it was my picks. I chose 3 picks. They kind of do have a theme. Do you guys just want to guess what that theme was? I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna make you guess later. It's inevitability. The inevitability of blank.
Yeah.
I was thinking for a minute because like there's something here, and I kept watching, and I just didn't really consider it any further because I was too busy watching them.
No, I had another episode that I was thinking about, and then when I realized I could do that with these are about the inevitability of growing up, the inevitability of getting old, and the inevitability of dying. Twilight Zone deals with death a lot. But anyway, what order do you guys prefer to talk about them in?
I guess the order that you set them up for us to watch.
I watched them in chronological order in terms of the series. Yeah.
Walking Distance, season 1, episode 5. This is a very early episode of Twilight Zone, and I think the first classic episode. Episode 2 is pretty good. I think doesn't matter. Walking Distance. Where to start with Walking Distance? A guy walks into the past, his own past.
Yeah, sure does. So I said this on right before I think Zach jumped in, so I don't know if he saw this right before we started, but this is a first for me. So you guys know, since I started the show, I'd never watched any Twilight Zone at all. We have finally watched something that I've seen before. I've actually seen this episode. Because last year when I finally got on like an itch, I watched all of the first season of Twilight Zone. And this was actually an episode that I enjoyed a lot the first time around, and it was even better watching it this time because I picked up on little details. This is a really good episode because of the message it gives, right?
Yeah.
Because like it says, it's like you can't escape having to grow up, and it gives you more or less the mirror of, well, you can either dwell on what the past was and being a kid and looking back, or you can try to look ahead and just like the dad's advice, like you can look ahead and see what's there in front of you. Maybe you can still find some of that childlike wonder.
Maybe you're looking in the wrong place.
For it. Yeah.
You can't live in the past, no matter how hard you try, even when you find yourself living in the past briefly.
Yeah, you break your own leg in the past too. Fuck.
Yeah, that's the proper time travel rules. I like that. The kid hurts his leg, and then suddenly he has a limp. That's cool. That's some cool sci-fi jazz.
I just love the he goes he's feeling the broken leg in real time.
That's the only part that I don't love though. Is he gets hysterical. He's like, I gotta talk to my child self. I gotta talk to him now. And he finds him. He's like, Martin, come here, Martin, come here, Martin. And the kid's like, "Oh my god, a psycho!" And like hurts his leg. And he's like, "I just wanted to tell you that these are the most precious days, and you need to live them to the fullest because you'll never get to live them again." So you could have done that a little calmer.
Yeah, didn't you also just like ruin his summer because you just broke his leg?
Yeah, if I got attacked by a psycho, I'd think about that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's he supposed? That's like, I totally understand his reaction there. There's a crazy adult running after him, yelling his name.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, maybe he's the very reason he grew up and like just gave up childish things because the kid was petrified of the merry-go-round after.
Whoa.
I don't know. It's a weird thing there. I will say there's a really cool shot because again, having watched this episode before, I knew to look for it this time. When he first gets to that gas station and decides, "Oh, it's only 1.5 miles. It's walking distance." They do this nice little thing where they give you a prolonged shot of him walking very clearly down the road, and then near the. Yeah, but I'm saying like they linger on it, right? And so you can see how he's walking. And they give that same image back when he is walking back at the very end to show that he's limping. Again, it's just one of those like little things with the sci-fi twist. Like they really focus on it for you to pick up and say, "Oh, yeah, he actually affected himself in some way." So I don't know. Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah, I love the interaction with the dad, by the way, because the dad's like, "What the fuck? Are you crazy?" He's like trying to like chase it. He did like the same thing with his mom. Like she's like, "Mom, you don't know me? What's going on?" Like obviously you look like a nut. But I did
her by the shoulders. It's
Yeah.
me, your son.
Yeah, but I did like the obviously in the father, like I looked at your wallet and yeah, you are what you say you are, but you need to go back to where you were because himself needs to have a childhood. I also did research, by the way, because he mentions that like 3 scoops of ice cream is 9 cents, and then he goes back to his time is 35 cents in 2025. Based off of Google.
Why'd you base it on last year?
It's the same thing. Whatever. We're only like a week into fucking 2026. All right.
Yeah,
like,
you're Dubs. You're clearly dwelling on the past. The future's now, man.
I'm living in the past, dude.
Yeah, $6 to $15 is the range for 3 scoops of ice cream and a soda float. So,
I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe if I went into like an old timey diner like setup situation, and I was like, I'd like a ice cream float with 3 scoops of ice cream, they'd be like, that'll be $16, and I would be like, that makes sense.
Yes. But yeah, it's a really good episode. Zach, what about you? What's your thoughts?
Fuck the Federal Reserve, first of all. Now, but no, yeah, I really like this episode. I remember seeing this before a long time ago, like on the Sci-Fi Channel marathons. It was kind of coming back to me as I was watching it because it's actually been a long time since I've seen Walking Distance, and yeah, I pretty much remembered it all the same though. It's pretty cool though. It hits a little harder when you're older though.
Yes.
1,000%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at the time I was like, "Whoa, that's a crazy story," and now it's like I'm almost 40, and I'm like, "Damn, I feel this guy."
Mm-hmm. Isn't he 35 in this? Right?
36.
36. Okay.
He's a hard 36. So,
man, we're older than that guy.
He's just been running and going.
People just aged differently back then.
Yeah, cigarettes.
Yeah, and he harassing the fucking gas station guy. Can I get some service here?
Yeah,
He'd be quiet. And I was like, hell yeah, brother. Fucking yell it back at him. Piece of shit customers. But I enjoy this one. I'm going to be honest with you. Like all 3 of these episodes, I know by heart. So I also watched it again. So there you go. And I watched it thoroughly. And I enjoyed this one. I recommend this episode.
Oh, yeah.
I like this one a lot. This was the first when I was choosing my episodes this year. This was the first one I chose. So, Walking Distance. So that's one I've been putting off.
Mm-hmm. Anything else about?
I was gonna say it kind of sounds like we're ready to wrap up and move on to the next one. I guess we'll talk about Nothing in the Dark next, even though it's technically the final phase of things you can't avoid in your life. But it's from season 3. It's season 3 episode something. I didn't memorize this one, but Nothing in the Dark is a woman who lives in a derelict basement and doesn't want to die, and it's very, 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 very depressing to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all like it's funny because it's like when she pretty much lets you know the premise right off the bat is she's like deathly afraid of death.
Death, Mr. Death.
Mr. Death. Like it starts off like you hear a gunshot, some dude's like, oh, like right outside of her apartment, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And she's terrified to let him in or go outside and help him. And it just kind of it all snowballs from there, really.
Isn't there a phobia of people who don't want to go out of their house?
Yeah, agoraphobia.
Yeah. It's kind of a little bit of that because she knows like she's gonna die at some point because she's old.
It's still like what? It's not so much that she's going to die that I find distressing in this episode. It's the way that she lives. Like, she's just locked up in this basement and not even living a life. She just has food delivered to her, and she lives in a condemned basement. What kind of living is that?
Yeah,
that's the worst part.
Policeman says.
Yeah, so you find out even worse. Like she's not even living anywhere that's livable. She's literally in a condemned building they're ready to tear down. Right?
Yeah.
She's got that COVID life, waiting for that Uber Eats to come in and give her food and stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's Robert Redford, right?
Yes, it is. I had to look it up. I was like, his face is so familiar, but I'm always used to Robert Redford being old. I was like, oh, that's Robert Redford, but he's young.
Yeah,
he's a handsome man.
I thought the same thing. I was like, I've seen this guy in something. I can't replace it, though.
Call him Robert Deadford. Get it?
Ha! I see
Mr.
what
Death.
you did there.
It's fucked up. Mr. Death came for him.
It turns out he was a good actor always because he's awesome in this.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
He is. Yeah.
I like when he stands up and starts speaking to her about the nature of his job. And like he does lots of, like he doesn't just stand there and look at her. He does like lots of little things. Like he kind of leans and looks at her sideways and I don't know, just does interesting stuff. Like he's just a good actor and I like watching him act.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how he was kind of like gentle with her in some way. He's like, hey, it's not that bad. Like, look at your body now. You already did the hard part, essentially. You let go of your living body and now you're a soul. Now we just need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and he holds her hand and they leave. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like how I feel like they kind of faked you out about that for a minute, about who was Mr. Death.
Yeah.
Because the guy who was like coming into like, he was leading the construction crew to like, condemn the building, basically. He was making all these allegories about, it's like, oh, it's like when you have to clear out a dead tree and a new tree pops up and, like old animals die and then new ones come. He's like, he keeps going on and
People
on
think
and on.
I like this job, but it's all about renewal.
Yeah.
And also the cut to commercial is he reaches down and touches her neck and then it cuts to commercial. Like, oh no, it's Mr. Death. Oh my God.
Like, whoa, Twilight Zone actually faked me out because I've never seen this episode. This is one I have not seen.
But in his way, unintentionally, he kind of like, teased the ball up for Mr. Death. Like he kind of establishes these are the way of the world. This is what I do. I got to get rid of the old. We're going to bring the new in. And then Mr. Death is like, you don't fear death. You fear what you don't understand. You fear the unknown. And, it all comes full circle. It's all one really tight little less than 30-minute script. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. It does make me wonder, and maybe I'm reading too much into it. Like, is she, because again, at some point, she finally reaches out, right before she's about to take his hand. She's like, how long is it going to take? What's this journey going to be like? And he's like, well, we've already started. And you look down and you see that she's laying there in bed kind of peacefully. She's dead, right? How long has she been there? How long in the episode when did she actually die? Like,
well, the guy came in and talked to someone. So,
but that's the point though. Is that person even real too? But again,
I think so. She mentions that he had been there before, pounding on the door, yelling at her.
That's true. Not to mention like, that you need that also because of the point of you get the swerve, the person kind of sets up the whole premise of like the cycle of life. But then also the most important thing is he's the one that gives you the actual twist where she's like, who are you talking to? What are you talking about? There's a cop here, and he doesn't see him. And then you realize, oh, okay, he's actually Death and so on. But I just wondered like in that moment, like what happened in between that led to her actually dying. But yeah, it's interesting.
By the way, I always think all the old ladies are like all look the same on Twilight Zone. This is the same lady from Nightcall from the last episode that we did on Big Trouble.
Oh my God, it is.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
It's actually the
I,
exact same. It's just from the future. She actually got worn down after and then moved into this dilapidated building.
yeah, she's like, "Stop calling me," and then went into the basement and died.
Now, it's funny. I've been sitting here thinking, like, what made her like afraid of death and made her like lead this like troubled, anxious life? And now we know.
Twilight Zone lore.
Yeah,
There it is. Although
Right.
she couldn't walk, so I guess there's that.
Why is she afraid of death? Just because everyone is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's like other like obviously dying people are afraid of. I guess if you look from the afterlife point of view, and like going to hell or heaven, that's also could be a afraid standpoint if you're religious in some way.
Yeah,
So,
it's funny that you mentioned that. Like, I sat on it for a bit, and at first I was like itching to like, oh man, I wonder what her backstory is. But the more I thought about it, it's like I don't need it because everyone has that same general fear. And while it would be great personally to know why she has that concern, like did she lose a loved one or did she have near death experiences, etc. It's like it doesn't really matter, right? We don't really need to know because inevitably, like everyone kind of goes through this whole thing of having some type of fear. It's just hers is to an extreme, and they play it out in the way they do.
mhm.
I was thinking about this too a little bit because I actually had a doctor's appointment today, and I was thinking about it while I was at the hospital. Everyone is scared of death, scared of dying, but I wondered because I was like, well, I'm scared of pain and suffering. I'm scared of getting cancer. I'm scared of like getting shot. Getting shot hurts, right? That's what I've heard. So I don't want to get shot. Getting cancer sucks. I've seen people get cancer and like just ruins years of their lives. It sucks. Or it kills you. But am I scared of death or am I scared of the things that cause death? Am I scared of death as a symptom or death as an outcome?
Yeah,
Good question.
well,
I don't know. I watched this episode and I had a doctor's appointment and all that rolled into one big
Yeah.
thinking about stuff.
I mean, that's a great thing. It's like I'm kind of in the same way. It's like I don't want to pass on, and I hope I reach a certain point where I feel like I've lived a full life. But at the same time, it's not just as much about the fact of dying and leaving what I love behind, but just as much as it is about how I go out. Because I don't want to die in some horrible, painful way. I certainly don't want to like die in some really slow, painful, like unraveling. Like I do not want to die of dementia. Like I don't want to like unravel and lose my mind and lose myself before I actually physically die. Right? That would be, in my opinion, for myself, like one of the worst ways. And,
No, that's my worst fear is Alzheimer's. Number one fear.
oh, for sure. Like same. I that's the last way I want to go. So like, I get it. We all have those fears.
I think a lot about the movie Secondhand Lines. You guys ever seen that?
No.
They talk a lot in the movie about going out with your boots on, which is basically like dying doing something, dying in an airplane crash or in combat or something dramatic, not dying in a hospital bed. With your boots on. That's what I think about.
Yeah,
dying stopping a bank robbery, saving someone's life. Something cool.
right.
Not just he got pancreatic cancer and he died slowly for 10 years.
Yeah. And then there's the whole thing of like the fear of, again, there's fear of unknown. Two of my favorite songs because of how they're named and right next to each other. It's a quote, which it's a fairly famous quote, I'm sure from other things too, but it's quoted within Final Fantasy IX. And then it's two songs from Night of the Round. To be forgotten is worse than death. I mean, again, it's a pretty standard quote, but like that's another thing is
that's the second death.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's just not about your own physical death, but the memory and the legacy of who you are, what you've done with your life.
It's like who was it? Hume? Some philosopher like wrote a bunch of stuff about the 2nd death, and it's basically like you die and your body dies and you leave this existence, but people talk about you. But eventually, someone somewhere will say your name for the absolute last time. That's the 2nd death. No one will speak of you again, and no one will remember you because it's been generations.
Yeah, I mean, there are entire cultures that are built around remembering the dead for several generations because of there's like this innate
They're terrified
fear
of the 2nd death. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's the entirety of La Dia de los Muertos in Spanish and Mexican culture. So
Was that Carl Jung that you quoted, Andy?
maybe. I said, I can't remember. I was thinking it was Hume, but I got to be wrong.
I wanted to get really like pretentious on my on my philosophy, but I used the other quote only because I had recently just like had that shuffle in, and I saw the line. I was like, "Ooh, to be forgotten is worse than death." It's like, oh, that's very true.
All right, well,
I think another thing that would kind of terrify me about death is like, you know, because there's like talks that you're like have out of body experience when you die and all that stuff. Is seeing like my family just like fucking terrorized from my death. That's another thing that I'm scared of. Yeah. On top of like what you said, Andy, if I get cancer and you pain and suffering, that shit sucks.
Yeah, I'm just being selfish. I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
myself. I'm not thinking about what my family would have to say. Big Trouble in Little Podcast. Yeah, we talk about movies and death.
Well, I'm not afraid of any of that.
You're not afraid of suffering?
No. I
Elaborate.
thrive on suffering.
Go on.
He's the penitent one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend this episode, by the way.
Yeah. I highly do too. I especially like the representation of death as it's a natural manifestation that doesn't have to be like thought of as something grim or horrible. It can be this kind of invitation. The show I'd watched previously that we talked about in episodes, recent episodes. Oh goodness, what was the show?
Ghosts.
No, although that has a funny take on that, but it was a show about the Sandman. There we go. One of their siblings is the manifestation of death. It's death, and every like representation of her is like this super friendly, inviting, welcoming thing, and it's the same thing. Like there's like she's just there to be inviting, just to help them, because just as much as they're dying, they're also being reborn into this new life. So she's their guide to get there. So it's just a different take as opposed to just the typical I'm in robes and a finger pointing to Scrooge McDuck, which is I know this goes to Christmas Future, but still it's the same thing.
It's very similar. Like I like that there's a personification of death in Twilight Zone from the early 60s, and it's not some jerk off in a big robe with a scythe. Like
exactly.
It's not that medieval Europe interpretation. It's not the Seventh Seal. He's not like, I've come for your soul. And also, like, all he has to do is touch her, and he has multiple opportunities once he's in her apartment to do that. All he has to do is like reach out and grab her by the neck. You're my bitch. But he doesn't do that. He like talks to her nice, and then she takes his hand. It's such a nice thing. It's a good job.
It would be fun if he took out a phone and called her. Hello?
She didn't have a phone. She told that.
Yeah, I know.
She's scared of him because she talked to her dead husband one time.
There we go. There's that lore.
There it is.
The deep cut.
Speaking of lore, let's jump forward to the year 2000. Whoa!
Yeah, fuck
Maybe.
you, Rod Serling.
Rod Serling says number 12 looks just like you, takes place in the year 2000 or some future year. Like he's just like, it's the future. He doesn't necessarily mean it has to be the year 2000.
He's actually not that far off. I own that exact Rick top.
Oh, okay.
Back in junior
Have
high.
you had it for 26 years?
It doesn't fit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't choose number 7 like he did.
I like that they have to wear their names because everyone looks similar, so they gotta label themselves. There's a lot about this episode that I just keep turning over in my head. I was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, fucking
but
Orwellian nightmare.
Right. The Orwellian nightmare at the end kind of justifies all the questions I had throughout the episode. Because toward the end, she's talking to that shadowy guy, and the one with the accent, but he looks like the other guy because he's the same actor. That's cool. He just speaks differently. That's a nice touch, I thought.
Yeah,
it is.
But it becomes clear that like everyone is just like doped up to be happy. It truly is like it's a nightmare. It's a nightmarish dystopian future where everyone is just pumped full of SSRIs or liquid smiles or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they all just like, oh, this is wonderful. I'm handsome and pretty, and everyone else is handsome and pretty. And if I ever feel something that isn't joy, I can just feel joy immediately. I don't have to experience or think about anything. And they've apparently outlawed Shakespeare and Aristotle and like all this other. Those are illegal texts. How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, this future is horrible.
Yeah, actually, the happy, what was it called? Happy Smile or Liquid Smile?
Liquid
or
Smile,
something?
I thought, is what
Yeah.
they called it.
I don't even know if it's necessarily anything that crazy. Like, so fun fact, we'll do a little doc talk if you guys didn't know this.
It's just lithium. Oh, who cares?
yeah, there you go. It's 7-Up. Exactly. So 7-Up used to be traced with a bunch of lithium, and it had this whole thing where people would feel really happy and they would drink it. And yeah, it's because there was lithium in it. And yeah, lithium.
Damn.
You take lithium and you don't have bipolar disorder or some other severe psychotic issue, you will get elevated as fuck. You
Liquid
feel
Smile.
real good about your life.
So we
yeah.
need to bring back the Coke with the Coke in it. We need to bring back the 7-Up with lithium in it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
What was in
I want
Sprite?
to. I want
What
to be
was in
happy again.
What was in Dr. Pepper before?
Nightshade.
Yeah,
The doctor's in.
Dr. Pepper's still banished in it's still banned in 30 countries or something, right? Yeah.
Those countries are probably third world.
Those countries have functioning kidneys, is what they have.
Dr. Pepper had whatever negates radiation in it.
What?
Have you guys not heard that urban myth? This is getting way off
No.
the rails. You've never heard this before? This is one of my favorite urban myths. Dr. Pepper negates radiation poisoning. That was a myth for decades. I can't remember what had started it, but a bunch of other things happened. Like around the time of the 3 Mile Island disaster, the government trucked in, or someone trucked in like a ton of Dr. Pepper into the area, and it was a coincidence. But people were like, Dr. Pepper, they're going to use it to treat radiation sickness. It does do that. I knew it did that. And there's a bunch of other absolutely ridiculous supporting evidence for Dr. Pepper is the cure for radiation.
Yeah.
I just imagine someone coming out of Fallout Rain or whatever, and they're like, "Don't worry, I don't have iodine, but I got Dr. Pepper."
I thought someone had told me that there's a joke in Fallout 2 or 3 or something that the dumb soda that I can't remember the name of in all the Fallout games, Nuka-Cola is an allusion to Dr. Pepper. There's a tongue-in-cheek joke somewhere.
Now that
Probably.
I know that, it probably is. I didn't know about that before. So,
But anyway, this episode, I think it also plays with the people doing plastic surgery to kind of be beautiful in some way.
Yeah, it's kind of a less poignant eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you could be like us, and the mom kept on getting annoyed that one of the other workers, which I got annoyed by the mom. The mom was like, "You gotta call me by what's her name, Val or Mara?"
Yeah, that was weird. She yells at the help.
Yeah,
call me by my first name. And I guess it's because because this is a weirdo, fucked up collectivist society where
if everyone had to be called by their first name, I would have assumed they all had much weirder names than what they did, because they would have had to run out of first names quick. Everyone would have names like Elon Musk's kids.
Well, that guy had Rex, right? One of them was Rex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that
it's not that weird.
People used to name their kids Rex and Bruno and fucking Tad.
Yeah.
That German evil guy in the shadows stuff, I laughed my ass off. I was like, this is getting silly.
It's a little over the top.
Because I get it, everybody looks the same. I'm like, I could deal with that because it's trying to tell a moral of a story. But him in the background, yes, you're gonna do this and all that.
Have
stuff.
a seat. You have nothing to fear.
So it's a little bit of a dig, right? It's a little bit of a eugenics
Somewhat
dig.
unnatural.
Why is it so dark in his office?
He likes the dark. He's weird. Here's the thing. I'm just thinking about this now. You have a budget of $130, and you have this just big empty set. You need this guy to look menacing. You need the story to take a turn. How do you do it? Can you do a German accent? Okay, do that, and we're gonna turn off these stage lights.
He picked number one, which is Adolf Hitler. That's what number one is.
Number one is the toothbrush mustache.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's a callback to season 4 when Hitler appeared in that episode Des Hopper was in.
Yeah.
I mean, it is definitely a pretty poignant episode in the sense of, I know you mentioned this being the theme of inevitability of aging, because these people are in denial of said thing, but it not even just that, somewhat that inevitability of societal prison, because, again, to an extent, societal norms make you like kind of fall in line and do certain things out. Like we kind of just have to, right? Like we have to be on the grid to a point, but like this takes us to the absolute extreme, right? Like we have to physically change you, and everyone has to be.
There's
the
always
same.
been like societal taboos, but now everything is taboo except the absolute peak of normalcy.
Right. To the point that people have even like forgotten, just like, again, they don't even care about what they thought. And they give you the one girl to like kind of bounce it off of, where Val, like, who like can't even really give you an inkling of what she used to be like before she had the change, or
no.
Maybe she was just brainwashed enough.
Yeah, she seems just like a robot. She seems like an AI.
Yeah, she's like, don't you feel anything? And she's like, I feel happy all the time. And
that's when I realized, these people are just full of drugs all the time.
And then she starts freaking out because she's like, nobody understands me.
Yeah.
It's like
and they give you the twist too, of course, like about her dad. It's like vague enough. They're like, the accident. And it's like, nah, he realized the whole time he killed himself.
That's the biggest part of this episode, I thought, where she was like, he didn't die and get him, he killed himself. It's oh my god.
Yeah.
That's really messed up. No wonder she's holding on to this.
And she's talking about like, she can get remarried. My mother's been married 11 times and stuff. So, okay, so like in this society, there's not even like they've gotten rid of this bond for life thing. They've gotten rid of.
I think it's like family values.
That was probably even more fucked up in the 60s. Like now, it's like half of marriages end in divorce. But back then, oh my god,
it's family values is like another thing that they touch on this, like with the divorces and stuff. Because I'm like, that's kind of like today now. Because everybody's like, I'm not happy. I want to see if the grass is greener on the other side. So I'm gonna go, marry that guy.
It's not as bad as it is in this episode, but sure, there's lots of people on mood enhancing drugs. There's people getting plastic surgery. Actually, I don't know. Like there are like beauty norms and stuff like that, and it kind of reached its peak in like the 90s and the early 2000s, and then there's the huge counterculture thing with like, people don't celebrate weirdness and I don't know, transgenderism and all kinds of other stuff. So I don't know. Maybe we're doing all right. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, now you got kids getting into using like retinol and all this high-end skincare shit when they're like in their early 20s, and they're getting like lip fillers and Botox and shit when they're like they haven't even begun to get old yet.
But it's not the norm. It is still weird.
Yeah, it's extreme. It's extreme to like go through body dysmorphia to that degree. And to be fair, like there are people who like truly need those medications because they have like insane acne to the point that like it's like these boils can get infected that are all over your body and cause permanent scarring. And it's like, okay, that's viable. But if you're already someone who basically has perfect skin, but you're like afraid, I'll just take this medication that can just be like, terrifyingly, toxic to me later or cause side effects. Like, that's not great. Or having botched surgeries repeatedly to, cause, any type of molding or shifting to the face that you can try to preserve what you think is the image you need to be. I feel like and even like the whole family value thing, that is something that is, I wouldn't say taboo or weird. Again, in today's society, divorce rates can be high, but at least like the reasons for why people get married or get divorced or go through the things are no different than the same relationships. It's just we have more freedom and understanding of why someone might end a relationship as opposed to just sweeping it under a rug and then, or something worse because someone like snaps and feels like they're trapped, so they feel back in the corner and then they like murder their spouse or something. So I think it's more about the loss of identity of self within this means, we no longer care about families or whatever. Who cares if you're married to one person or another? We all look the same.
I'll just trade my number 8 for another number 8. I like the way number 8s look, but this one acts weird.
Yeah, exactly. You're not just as happy. You don't smile as much as I want you to. So I'll just go to this next one. Like you're effectively giving up your own identity to just like kind of move along. Like you said, they're almost like AI. It's really depressing.
Now this episode makes me think a lot, and it's very good and it's well written, but something I don't like about it is the ending. And I know a lot of many Twilight Zones end on a downbeat, and that's what makes a lot of them great. Like, my glasses are broken, but there was time now. It's not fair. Like, that's like a really epic ending. Like, that's a really memorable, cool thing. But I don't like at the end of this one, she's just brainwashed. They just actually catch her and just like ruin her. That's heartbreaking.
I kind of hate that too. Yeah,
I could have learned the lesson from a good ending or a bad ending. Making it bad didn't make me that wasn't the point where I was like, oh, I get it now. Like I got it before you fed me a bad ending.
You know what? I think this is one that I don't know if it would ever be brought back if they did it again. If they brought back the modernized Twilight Zone again,
do this one, sure.
This would be a really cool episode to do. I could even see like
they could do it in VR. Everyone has avatars that is the representation of themselves. There you go. Make it relevant.
Yeah, like you could do that. I mean, even this ending, like you could do a thing where because I get why they did it, right? They did it for the shock value of her ultimately succumbing to it and her coming out and looking exactly like her friend, and it's this shock. But you could also add like she's still trapped, like her identity's still alive and just trapped behind this body. Like you could literally have her smiling and to the point that it's like almost distressing, or like you could even have like a single tear, or even like, I mean, if you want to get edgy, you could do like a bloody tear, but it'd make any sense. It'd be like, I feel like just an actual tear. Like she's literally smiling to the point that she's crying because inside she's having this internal struggle. And then it still ends in that dark way, but you know she's still there, right? Like there's still maybe a little hope she can break out of it, even though it's
she gave us something
late.
like that. She looks at a book, like she's throwing a book in the trash, and it's something. I don't know.
Oh, it's one of those banned books. Yeah, I mean, she's like, yeah, I'll give it up, and like you find she's actually still like reading Shakespeare. Yeah,
I wanted her to hit the people in the facility in the head with a fire extinguisher and escape and go off the grid. That's what I wanted.
That would have ruled. The episode's actually like 2 hours and 13 minutes long.
That's how you beat the system. You go off the grid.
The elevator comes up, and the fucking German evil guy has a sweatshirt that says "Ho ho ho! I have a machine gun now," and it turns into
she stays inside.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's go.
Dude, turn this shit into Die Hard. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Chaz, with the whole like Acme and stuff. Like people that do like the nip and tuck and all that stuff to fix like situations like that. But it's like someone getting an Acme thing and be like, you know what? The next thing I want done is to have bigger tits, and I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I mean, I get it. People want to have value of how they physically look, and you know, physical attraction's a thing that exists. But we're as beautiful as the actions we take in the world around us, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, people that are beautiful can be like the ugliest people on the inside, and vice versa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're listening out there, you have. I want to believe that you're beautiful, so prove it. Do good in the world.
Yeah, you don't need bigger tits. Just leave it alone. Yeah. Someone likes your tits the way they are.
Plastic surgery doesn't bother me. I don't find it attractive, but it's like, do whatever you want. I don't care. Be happy.
Yeah, exactly. If it makes you happy, it's fine. But like, a lot of times, there's like this thin line, right? Like it can destroy someone's life because they chase this.
Oh sure, yeah. Like you can't just do a ton of that stuff. There was like a TV show about that. I thought. But I mean, if having big fake tits makes you happy, go for it. If being a big fat slob makes you happy, go for it. Who cares? It's fine. Who cares?
If I could take a needle to your tits and they blow up like a balloon, they're too big.
I think that's saline.
Yeah, they're usually full of saline.
I know.
I know.
Whatever. Wait a minute. Ruin my joke there. Okay.
No one's gonna like pop a titty and go.
Yeah,
fly away. That doesn't happen.
You never know. I see. Isn't there?
This isn't Ren and Stimpy.
It should be.
That's what I was thinking.
It might as well be.
Isn't there a guy that like blows up his muscles and shit? Like somehow.
SpongeBob.
Maybe.
Yeah, it sounds like a SpongeBob. Yeah, that's right, SpongeBob.
Episode. Yeah, he gets all buff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recommend this one as well. It's a good episode.
Yeah, me too. I also have never seen this one till I just watched it just now.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, good. All three of these were great. They all make you think.
Yeah, I'm still of the mind that there are just so many great episodes of Twilight Zone. Like you guys are choosing other stuff, and that's exciting and cool and interesting, and I'm glad you are. But as far as Twilight Zone goes, there are so much untapped potential. So I'm going to keep going back to that well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I thought having variety. Like I kind of left it to you guys are going to pick the gems out there, because you know what those gems are. Maybe there's one you want to see, you haven't seen before, and we watch them, and I can help kind of explore what else is out there because I'm just curious. I think like we have a good mix and blend of what we've been picking so far.
Speaking of seeing what else is out there and getting a blend of what else is out there, Zach, you're the only one left. What did you choose?
I chose 2 episodes of Night Gallery.
Woo!
Because I was like, you know what, I want to shift gears. I want to do something different because it was like, I think the last time I picked the Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
And
yeah,
it was something.
it was okay. Parts of it were okay. But I brought up Night Gallery a few times in conversation with different people, and I'm like, you know what, I finally want to watch it. It's especially after I saw people online talking about Night Gallery. It's like, I guess some people actually did like it, or it's gotten better over time the way people receive it. You know?
I hope so. There's so many people who want to be contrarian all the time. It's like, well, I like the other thing better. I don't like the popular thing.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that. But I picked 2 episodes. One's Pickman's Model. It's based off of like I think an H.P. Lovecraft story.
Cool.
Interesting.
And the other one is they're tearing down Tim Riley's bar.
They are.
Yeah, this is like the one episode most people talk about, and it has nothing supernatural it has in it. It goes on in it. It's weird.
Night Gallery is just an anthology show, right? It's not sci-fi.
It's like Twilight Zone, but it's like more it's more horror and supernatural than there is like sci-fi in it.
Oh, okay.
It shifts more.
So it's still it's not Hitchcock Presents yet. It's just
no.
Okay.
And there's still some sci-fi episodes. Like there was an episode I really wanted to show you guys. It had Vincent Price in it, and he was teaching a class in some kind of fucked up future, and it was all about like how do you get taught hate or not, or something like that. That was the premise of the episode, but it wasn't on the website I found where you can find some Night Gallery stuff.
Which leads me into my next question: where can everyone watch these episodes?
They're in I think it was an Internet Archive post. It's in the doc. I have to go retrieve it. I think.
Our viewers got to watch it too. This is why I was leading you there.
Go
Yeah,
to
it's on
go to
Internet
Google.
Archive.
And search Night Gallery Internet Archive. You'll find it.
Good.
It's
Wow,
on-
so helpful. Just Google it. Just
Google it. Whatever. Honestly, using the search engine in Internet Archive sucks. I do not like it. I just put in Google the thing I want to watch, Internet Archive, and Google finds it for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you should do.
It's the best way to do it every time.
I'm probably just gonna rent it on Prime Video or
You
something.
can't.
Is it on there? I don't think it is.
You can't rent it.
Like Night Gallery is,
Night Gallery is not
Nowhere.
streaming anywhere.
which is why we can watch it on Internet Archive and not break any rules.
Yeah, they're not giving us any options. So fuck.
That's why
it.
we're talking about it on the show instead of alluding to it like we normally would.
Just straight up. Nope, you can just watch it on the internet. But yeah.
Weird. I see it right here. It says I could buy it.
Oh, well, there you go. Just buy it. Never mind.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
$2.
There you go. You can
maybe they
purchase
changed
it.
Yeah, kind of like with the I don't know who was here. They bought it on Amazon, the Jordan Peele one or whatever. Was that you, Chaz? Or
Yeah, I
you
bought it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm probably gonna do, because I'm curious with Night Gallery. I never seen any Night Gallery, and it still sticks to the theme because Rod Serling is the creator of it. So.
Yep. He wrote and directed a lot of them as well.
Yep. All right. Are we ready for host credit scene?
Might as well.
All right. Silent Stinger. I didn't make one AI thing for this yet.
I thought for sure this would be the other surprise, but maybe
No,
it's
the two surprises was the intro and then your 6 fingers.
What I want,
right on.
what I want for Silent Stinger is I want you to create an AI mime that looks like a scorpion.
No, I'm gonna
Pretends
do
it's a scorpion.
I'm gonna do
Silent
Sting.
Stinger.
I'm gonna do Sting the wrestler as a meme, doing meme things.
So Sting is a mime.
Copyrighted.
Mime, yeah,
He is a mime, right?
yeah,
He's got a black and white face and he doesn't speak.
kinda, yeah.
During that era, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a
I would
mime.
say if
he
you-
was a
if you
surfer,
actually-
then he was a mime.
I mean, if you use Sting likeness, we might get the Scorpion death cease and desist. I really hope that doesn't happen.
I don't want that. Post credit scene. We talk about what we've been playing, watching, doing, enjoying, what have you. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I know everyone's gonna talk forever because we're coming off a little bit of a break recording wise. If you watch us live, if you're watching us week by week, you're not gonna notice any difference. But still trucking along with Big Trouble Rips. Actually, I got it on my desk. Look, open a Goku. It's Goku. Woo! But opening some weird stuff this week, so come watch. Maybe you'll like it, and maybe you won't like the change. Play more Stranglehold. And it's coming along fine. Let's see. And I've been playing Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War. That game fucking rules. I love it. But I'll talk about it more after I've beat it. I'm like 2/3 of the way through it, and the story got like you always think it's just a stupid arcade flight sim thing. And how much story could there possibly be? Because I've played Ace Combat 1, 2, and 3. But starting with 3, all the stories got crazy pants. Like they're silly. But so far I like 5 a lot. Also in 5, you're the War Dog Squadron, and their squadron mascot is a black Labrador that lives in their barracks. And I'm all about that. That's cool. Oh, and I haven't played them or anything. I bought even more freaking Jet games today, so I'm crazy.
That's PSP Ace Combat.
Yeah,
Cool.
Ace Combat X. I never knew much about, but I've been researching the Ace Combat games because I'm so into it now. And apparently, X is like the handheld. Well, besides Assault on the 3DS, but I guess it's like its story actually kind of ties into like some of the PS2 games, which is the Holy Trinity. It's the 3 good ones. So I was like, I guess I'll play it. And plus, starting this week, Bandai's been celebrating the anniversary of Ace Combat X, and I was worried that was going to make the price go up. And I saw it at a local game store. I was like, I'm just going to buy this now because I'm sure the price is about to go up. But I also got it's not Ace Combat, but this is Air Force Delta Strike, which I cannot find on eBay at all. Every time one comes up for sale, it gets sold immediately. So I think its price is also about to go up because there was a YouTube video and a few other things. Like weirdly, it has entered a bunch of people's minds recently.
It's gross that GameStop is still using that fucking stupid ass cover shit.
That came from a local used game store. Like,
okay.
he just had it with a PS2 cover from 100 years ago. Honestly, normally I would never, ever, ever buy a game without the original case. But like I said, I can't find it. If it's not on eBay, that's distressing. And he had it marked at just $5, and it has already climbed to like 15. I was like, I'm just going to buy this now and just make a case. But anyway, that's the games I've been playing. But I did watch some stuff. I visited family recently, and when you're with family, you just kind of watch just like whatever's easy and available. I made my dad watch some of the Grand Tour, and then my brother-in-law ended up sitting there watching it with us, and then my sister sat down and watched a bunch of it with us too because it's really interesting. But rewatched Euro Trash and Sand Job. Those are 2 of the later ones. They're like movie length. They're very funny and very interesting. We watched Ford versus Ferrari. I've seen that movie in the last year, so I didn't really need to watch it again, but my dad started watching it. I was like, I fucking really like this movie. And I sat there and watched the whole thing. It's just really good. And they were watching The Naked Gun at some point. And now I watched the first half of Naked Gun in theaters and then got like really sick. And it might have been my fault. I don't know. It's kind of a weird medical question mark in my life, but I don't want to talk about it right now. But I watched the first half in theaters, and I was really enjoying it, but I got real sick and I had to go to the bathroom. And then I just kind of sat around and didn't watch the end of the movie. Well, they were watching it, but they were watching it while my niece and nephew loudly played with Christmas toys. And I thought, whatever. Those two experiences add up to I've seen The Naked Gun now. It's a great movie. I really enjoy it. They really nail the writing. Like sometimes the scenes are shot weird, like they kind of seem too, I don't know, digital or modern or something. But the acting and especially the writing just nailed it. I like that movie a lot. I watched Die Hard just because I saw like some stupid YouTube short or something about Die Hard. And I was like, man, I like Die Hard. Is that streamable? I own it. I own it on DVD, but I was still like, is this streamable? And it was. So I sat here and watched it. It's still great. I still like that movie. And I watched Johnny Destiny Space Ranger on YouTube. Now, what that is it's I don't remember if it's like Taiwanese or from Hong Kong or so. I can't remember. It might be Korea. It's just a awful rip-off anime, and they steal the designs from Gundam and a few other animes and just like recolor them, and then they steal parts of the plot and sound effects from Star Wars, and they steal a bunch of shit and just like put everything all together in this hodgepodge of one of the worst anime movies I've ever sat through. I had to watch it in 3 different settings. I just kind of kept it open at a tab. Don't watch it. It's not worth it. It's just, I just wanted to mention I had watched it. I have to get value out of that hour and a half, and talking about it on the show is the only value I'm going to get. But the main character is dressed like Char Aznavour, but it's colored different. But then when he takes his helmet off, he looks like Amuro Ray. So that's already stupid. And then he's got, I don't remember if it's his sister or his wife or his girlfriend. He's got a partner, and it looks like Sayla Mass, but she's also colored differently. But she wears a helmet that looks like Cassilia Zabi's helmet. And later and they also have like a small robot boy who's like their sidekick and has an obnoxious voice. It's dubbed in English, by the way. Figure that out. But has a really annoying voice. And he sucks. And I don't know what he's ripped off of, but I'm sure it's something. And then later, when they're like captured at the enemy base, they run into, there's a bunch of other robots there. And one of them is this big giant robot who looks like Dozel Zabi, but they colored him green. So he looks like Frankenstein. Like he still has all the scars on his face.
What the fuck?
And the enemy bad guy has like a Star Wars lightsaber, and she's evil, but her army is centaurs, space centaurs.
What?
Checks out.
It's really stupid. Don't watch it. It's dumb. It's a waste of
Hoops
time.
in space.
But yeah, I think it has 3 reviews on Letterboxd, and I'm one of them now. But other than that, and I also watched Awesome Games Done Quick is going on right now, so I've been watching it off and on. I watched a bunch of the Animal Crossing, the one on the Wii speedrun. Animal Crossing speedruns are totally unique. They're weird because they generate your world randomly, and they're like, all right, well, we have to have a hybrid flower, so we're looking for flowers. We got to introduce ourselves to all of our villagers. You got to answer the questions right. It's weird. It's a weird combination of stuff. And I also watched the I can't remember what it's called exactly. Have you guys ever seen those videos of like the Halo PC like insanity version or whatever it's called? Like everything's bonkers in it. It doesn't work. Well, someone speed ran it because, well, actually a panel of people speed ran it. And it's basically like instead of a plasma grenade, it's a D20. And however it lands, the grenade has 1 to 20 effects. Some of them are like
that's pretty cool.
Some of them are mundane. Some of them are catastrophic. Like someone will just like kill everything on the screen, including you. And it's like there's a gun that looks like a plasma rifle, but actually fires the Scarab beam from Halo 2. And like in one level, he's like, you can have a plasma rifle, but you can also dual wield, or you could triple wield, and like a third arm appears on the screen. He says, or you could quadruple wield, and a 4th arm comes in from the top part of the
Dude, I want to
screen.
play this so bad.
It's insane. Watch videos of it. It is incredibly entertaining. I really want to play it too. Like, I guess you can mod the Master Chief Collection on Steam to do it. And you can play it co-op, and I think it would be a lot of fun to play and just struggle through. Like, instead of just a melee, the Master Chief has a roundhouse kick, and the camera goes to the first person when you do it. And
It's like Resident Evil.
and it's full of stuff like that. One of my favorite stupid things they do is the final level. You guys have all played Halo, right? The final level is the Pillar of Autumn.
Yeah.
You have to, like, the Pillar of Autumn is like in this field near nothing, and in the original game, the chief flies in on a ghost, but he doesn't have a ghost. It gives you a warthog, and you have to drive 4 in real life minutes across a barren wasteland to get to the last level.
What?
And Cortana just asks you, "Are we there yet?" periodically, and that's it. That's all that happens. There's no enemies. There's no music. There's no checkpoints. Nothing. You just drive across a barren wasteland for 4 minutes, and Cortana occasionally goes, "Are we there yet?" That's it.
That sounds like Metal Gear Solid ladder climbing, but comedy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's watching a speedrun of it was the pinnacle of excitement, because I've watched multiple. They do a yearly charity stream on Twitch with a bunch of streamers, and one of them is a guy I follow, and they play that game and they try to race to the end. but they program it in such a way that when you donate money, you can make stupid things happen to that streamer. Like
Oh,
you can
that's
invert their
hilarious.
controls, or you can spawn extra enemies,
Yeah.
or bullets heal enemies, or you have to restart the level, or like for a huge amount, you restart that level. So it's very funny. Look up videos of it though. I think you'll find it very, very entertaining. And then besides that, I said I was going to keep it short, and here we are. I didn't do it at all. The only other thing I did is we played Age of Empires. I don't know if you guys want to discuss it now or later.
Well, I might as well. I'll just jump into it. Yeah,
I love Age of Empires. It rules.
We did Age of Empires for New Year's. That's how we celebrated the
Age of Empires 2
2025.
Definitive Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I bought it on Steam. It was $13 because me and Chaz, I believe, we played on Game Pass, and we don't have Game Pass anymore. So.
No, I actually owned it separately, so I lucked out.
Okay.
But I
That's
don't
about
worry.
extra stuff that's useless.
Yeah, I did get financially screwed because I thought an expansion came out that would allow me to play. It was like Macedonians and Spartans, so I got that package, and it was cheap. It wasn't like super expensive or anything. It was a couple dollars, but then we got into the game and it wouldn't let me pick them. It's like its own separate expansion. You can only
Rise of
do
Rome
it
is the
within that.
same.
So you can't
I'm surprised
use
they
any of
didn't
the
give you at
civs.
least one civilization because Rise of Rome gives you the Romans.
Yeah, not a single civ was added. It's really frustrating. I'm hoping maybe like they patch it and they'll add it later, maybe. But
Maybe there is
That's what it
DLC
is.
that gives you extra stuff though. So
yeah. No, and those I got. I went ahead and just got everything that was there. I had
That's smart.
extra options. But
there's one of I can't remember one of the DLC civs that I've been meaning to buy and I didn't. I should have done it when we played on New Year's. Instead of having a lumber camp or a mining camp, they have a unique unit that's just a cart, and you can deliver any resource to that cart, and it's mobile.
I think that's Armenians.
Is it Armenians? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause I have that because I played them recently in like a single player game. And
Oh, there you go.
It's weird. It's kind of convenient, actually.
yeah, you can just roll it around to wherever you need to collect. If there's like a field of deer, you don't have to build a mill. You just bring a cart in.
Yeah.
They also have cool fortified monasteries, and they act as like guard towers and shit.
That's
But-
cool.
You can create a unique unit to them called warrior priests. They're monks that can fight, and they're
I just want an army of that. That's all I want.
and
Yeah.
they're actually almost kind of better than like the regular infantry unit, like the swordsman guy. It's pretty.
I think the best part of the night is when Chaz is like, I made all my villagers fucking soldiers.
Oh, Flemish militia.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
God.
research- if anyone's played Age of Empires, you'll know what Flemish militia is. It turns all your
Yeah.
villagers into soldiers.
Yeah, so well, I thought we'd do a quick recap because like we had one game we got ass blasted, I think, right? The very
Mhm.
first game where like we were waiting on Dubs to join us and we just got wrecked.
We were getting our faces kicked in, and Dubs joined. Oh, guess we'll have to abandon this game. Gee whiz, shucks.
Oh no, we'll play. So then we jump in and I think we decided to start easy, so we like play on a lower difficulty or we use like less players, and we had our fun time. Andy and I are over here like destroying civs. Zach and Dubs are building their crazy walls, and
I try to stay
And-
on them front lines.
yeah, I want to be out there. I want to be up in everybody's business. So yeah, we had a good time for a couple matches. Then we played one, and yeah, I picked who is it that has the Flemish? Is it the Goths
Romans?
or
No,
not?
it's
The
not
Goths.
the Goths.
Who has the Flemish militia? I can't remember, but
One of those Eastern European civs,
Yeah, I can't-
Lithuanians or something.
oh yeah. So
I don't know if
picked-
it's Lithuanian. It's like Baltic or something like that. I don't know.
So anyway, I go to like build, and I'm at a spot where I'm really far ahead in resources. Like I'm doing great. Like, and I'm getting attacked, but I'm defending it off. And like I think you and I are ready to start. Like we're literally ready to go ahead and say, okay, let's just take out one of the other civs that's like causing trouble. So I'm like clicking, and I have all these resources. I'm like, oh, technologies, and I'm like updating everything, and I click the Flemish militia and don't realize what they do. So again, if for those that aren't aware, you need your villagers to like get your resources, gather, whatever. Well, this button specifically, just a one-time button that instantly turns all of your villagers into soldiers. So I literally nuked my own resource plot right in the moment by turning them all into soldiers, and they had to go fight. So we had to just go on a conquest and say, well, I'm all in now. So I gambled. What I didn't know is that from then on, I could just make more villagers. I thought that I had to keep playing with the Flemish one. So we got really far. Like we destroyed 2 civs and were ready to take out the other. and I realized, oh wait, I can build villagers again. Oh, this is easy. Okay, so it was fine, but the funny game was the very last one we played, where, at least in my opinion,
Mr.
where
Triple Wall over here.
so I'm getting kind of I'm getting a little owned by my neighbor enemy, and I get to Castle Age, and I'm about to start building an army, and it's midnight, so my wife and kid who aren't here, that's part of the reason we ended up doing the video game thing, want to call. I've been trying to call them all night, to, like, around the same time, so we can do our whole, it's Happy New Year, I love you, and then I can go back to the game. Well, they don't answer. It's a whole thing. So we get to midnight, and at the exact time they call me to talk, the other team, two of the opposing AI, attack me and decimate me. And she's like, "Happy New Year," and I'm like, yeah, I'm dying. I love you, bye." So in two ways, I get in a lot of trouble. Right, I get yelled at, but also I lose my civ. Thankfully, Dubs, his Waltism came to the rescue. Dubs did not build one or two. He built 3 fortified walls with just one, like, choke point gate, and said, "No, you can come and live with me." And so I literally just moved the last, like, 10 or 20 villagers I had to his location. I also had 2 sneaky monks that just moved the relics that I had once the monastery was destroyed.
The computer's not good about prioritizing monks carrying relics.
Not at all. And I had a lot of resources, so I just rebuilt, actually got set up, and we actually won in the funniest way. Instead of attacking or any, Dubs built a wonder, I built one right behind him, and we were just so fortified they couldn't do anything. And
they were busting into Dub's base pretty well. I kind of, my army broke like waves upon a rock, just running in there and just, dealing with the armies they kept sending.
We played the stall game for sure.
Yeah, because I suck at building armies. It's just a known fact. I only know how to farm and build as many villagers as possible. And I could build those walls. And they were getting through. Like, the first initial, when they broke through in the back, Andy with his knights fucking saved my life. And I quickly built those triple walls again. But I was 3 gummies deep when I built that wonder, and I totally forgot that, like, when you build the wonder, they just full send.
Oh yeah,
and I was just like, oh fuck.
I told you right before it builds, like, you're gonna get all the aggro, and then when it finished, it started happening.
Yeah.
You guys forgot about the funniest part, though.
What part?
I basically crippled one civilization, and then I got attacked by the other 2, and they fucking ruined me, and I could never recover that whole game.
Oh, yeah, that was.
I told you to move into my base, but you wouldn't.
I couldn't do it. There was nothing to get there.
Yeah,
but no, the way, like, we were playing a harder difficulty, and if I'm sure not every listener plays Age of Empires, but it's like there's a huge map, and 4 of us are kind of on one side in a crescent, and the 4 enemies are on the other side in a crescent. Now, the ends of the crescent just get butt fucked immediately. Like, the enemy targets the weak points, because the middle, you have allies on 2 sides. Well, the ends, you're kind of out there and you're vulnerable. And in that game, Chaz and Zach were the flanks. They were out there on the ends. They both got attacked, and Dubs and I built walls and castles and armies.
Yeah, it was like a constant, like, building the wall as they were fucking pounding on my wall.
They got through all 3 walls multiple times too.
Yeah,
they were determined.
It was actually hilarious. So it turns out certain siege will attack in an AOE or even like in a cone-like distribution. So
organ guns.
They completely invalidate building multiple layers of wall. That was the thing that I found the funniest, is that you put all that time and resource into building 3 walls, and they were like, "I'm gonna literally send the fuck your wall unit. I don't care how many you have. I'll just hit it anyway."
Thank God they didn't send trebuchets. That's what I was relieved for, because usually the computer loves trebuchets, and I hate dealing with them. That's why I build cavalry all the time. All my favorite civs are cavalry, except the Romans.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Romans.
Yeah, the Romans are cool. Cavalry, any like heavy cavalry unit. I always like a unit. I like cavalry mixed with something else that helps complement it. Like I'm a big fan of the hand cannoneer. Or hand cannon, and then like love any civ that can make
mounted hand cannoneers. That's
what. Oh no, for sure. Oh yeah, the conquistadors are amazing. And then I also am a big fan of the any civ that can build bombard towers.
Yeah, Byzantines, baby. That's one of
Mhm.
it's one of my fun defensive go-tos. Anyway, that's a lot of AOE talk. If
If
you
you-
if you want to hear Big Trouble in ancient Europe, let us know. We'll start running that podcast.
Well, I was gonna say, if you guys want to see us like fuck around in Age of Empires, comment down below that you want to see us stream AOE, and we'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll put up some
I'll
nonsense.
embarrass myself, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we're not
Oh.
good.
Andy lost all of his villagers to a bear. Lol.
Actually, that happened in one of our games. I got attacked by, what was it, an elephant or a boar
There were
or
elephants
something?
on 2 of our games. Yeah.
And I lost like half of my villagers instantly and was so far behind. Yeah,
Oh.
that was another game that happened. Oh, it was.
You gotta
it was
draw
so
them
fun.
in. You gotta bait one of them, and
gotta
then
kite-
have that villager just hightail it out of there through your town hall, and have everyone else standing there waiting to ambush the elephant.
Kite
That's
the,
what
what
it's
this fuck this League of Legends?
yeah, you kite the boar. You kite
That's
the boar. That's a pro strat gamer move. Kite the boar.
Yeah, you got to
Kite the
kite
boar.
the dangerous animals for food.
You got to figure out
Listen.
your build order. You got to kite the boar.
Hell yeah.
Damn, I only play melee.
You can house wall if you're that kind of autistic.
God.
Well, you got to have houses and you got to have walls. Might as well do it all at the same time. That's not my style. I like good old fashioned stone walls.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I don't need
Yeah,
to have.
same.
I don't need to get pop capped while I'm getting invaded. Thank you.
Fair enough.
All right, who's next?
It's Chaz.
Yeah, I'll just go in order. Talk about what I watched first, then we'll get into games and whatnot. So, I'll kind of start with the Christmas stuff since we're covering everything through the holidays. At that point, I'd already watched most of the things we typically watch through the holidays, but we did manage to watch. I can't remember if we watched Christmas Vacation before the last episode or not. I don't think we did, but of course, that was one of the movies we watched. We watched White Christmas, which is my wife's favorite Christmas movie.
I saw that sitting out when we were at your house. I was like, "Did you watch White Christmas?"
Oh, of course, yeah. We every year.
A long time ago, Dubs and I watched that on the show.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie.
Early Big Trouble
It
days.
is
Yeah. And then I watched the Garfield Christmas special.
love it. I
Oh.
watch it almost every year. I didn't watch it this year though, so
Hilarious. Yeah, I still sticks with me. The scene where he climbs up into the Christmas tree, gets afraid, nearly gets zapped, and then comes back down, and he says, "Whoever invented Christmas trees needs to be dragged out into the street, and shot."
that song that they sang on the way to the farm, I burned on a CD with a bunch of other Christmas stuff and used to play it in the store when I worked at FYE.
Oh, that's really cool. That's funny. Yeah. It was funny to watch. My kid liked it too. So
Dragged out in the street and shot is funny, but my favorite line in that whole thing is, all right, Odie Garfield, we're here. All right, have fun. I'll be waiting in the car."
yeah, that's pretty good. As far as other things, I haven't really watched any other movies. I've been really busy between work and then Wakanda stuff, which we'll get to in a sec. I've been watching Parks and Rec, and we caught up on Ghosts. I think they're like their season break, so like we watched their Christmas special and that was it. But I think we're like in season 3 of Parks and Rec, which is the good season. Like my favorite season's like season 3, and 4 is still pretty good too. So yeah, really thoroughly enjoying that. I finally watched Smiling Friends. I watched all 3 seasons. I liked it so much I watched it a second time. It's a
Yes,
short and
you
easy
have-
to consume.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
I know I've seen season 1 like 4 times, and season 2 I think
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah, so I wanted to watch all of them over because like there are other things that you find funnier as you watch it. Oh, it's so good. And I mean, I could sit and go over so many different bits or things that are funny. Like I had something today that happened.
It's what we did on New Year's. It was just eating pub food, talking about our favorite scenes in Smiling Friends.
Well, today like I got food delivered to work, and the guy comes in and he's like real grungy looking, and he's like, "Oh, I got your food," and like, "Oh, hold on, I got to take a picture of it." So maybe think of the episode where they're in hell and Satan's getting the food
And
delivered.
there's no straw, of course.
That happened. That happened to me, and I'm like, "God damn it!" But yeah, the guy's like, "I got to take a picture."
You know that episode was the very last role that Gilbert Gottfried ever had before he died, playing God
wondered.
in the Smiling Friends. That was his
Oh.
very last role.
I did wonder because I was like, "There's no way that someone sounded like Gilbert Gottfried. That's just Gilbert Gottfried, right?" And then
Yeah, no, that's him.
I looked it up. Yeah,
That was his last role.
So yeah, I was curious.
Come with me, Charlie. I can't do it. Gilbert Gottfried, but...
Come with me, Charlie. Yeah.
I love that the way he returns to Earth. He's like overhands him into his own casket.
Boom!
He gets crashed. Yeah, he gets re-alived. It's great.
I love the eulogy that Mr. Bloss is given.
Oh fuck, Charlie! What does it do?
Charlie!
Man?
Oh,
Fuck.
what does it mean? Dubs, did you not watch Smiling Friends yet?
Not yet, no.
You have to watch this show. It's so good. The other
We
one
got you to watch Space King. This is next.
The other one that stuck with me a couple times, and I don't know why, but it's just so dumb. But I think you said perfect delivery is when Alan and Glep become the Smiling Friends, and it's her first job, and he's like, okay, Glep, we can't fuck this up. And they open the door, and he's like, hi, we're the Smoling Friends.
Hello, we're the Smoling Friends. Fuck! I think it's the only time Alan cusses in the whole show.
It's so good.
That's the episode with the naked mole rat guy too.
Oh yeah, my disgusting.
Look at my disgusting penis. Oh,
Did you
you know,
see
we
it?
actually thought it wasn't really even all that bad.
Yeah. Oh man, no, that show's great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys talked me into watching it. And I'm assuming, as we talked before, like they've renewed it for a couple seasons, so I'm excited to see what else comes out.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll end up going back and watching the whole series again before that. So
I'm really worried that what's going to happen. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm scared to death that Adult Swim is going to Rick and Morty Smiling Friends, because Rick and Morty had like 3 to 4 awesome seasons, and then they like switched around a bunch of the writers and did a bunch of weird stuff and had a ton of merchandise and like, you know, McDonald's shenanigans. And now Rick and Morty isn't fun and funny anymore. Like, I stopped watching it, I'll be honest. But
yeah,
Smiling Friends is just John Cusack and Zach Handel, whatever his name is. So I'm really hoping something weird doesn't happen, because they're also like all the voices mostly, and all the other characters and guest stars are just their friends from Newgrounds and whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of
also Mike from Red Letter Media for some reason.
Yeah, I think like you kind of nailed it. Like the first season of Rick and Morty's all right, and then like it hits like a bell curve almost. Like it's 2 and 3.
I think season 2 is the best.
Yeah, like 2 is really good. I like 3 a lot. 4 is even pretty good. 4 has some really funny
4's
moments.
all right. Like, I remember 4, it doesn't crush your hope for the future. You're just like, it wasn't as good as 3, but it wasn't that bad. The
And
season finale of 2 is probably like the high water mark for Rick and Morty for me.
Oh, for sure. No, it's good. Oh, wait, this planet's good. Wait, is that corn? We got to get the fuck out of here. Season 5 though, it starts to take a dip. I haven't watched past 5, so and I think they're in 7 or 8 seasons now. So
yeah.
I
saw where it was going, and then the internet told me I was right, and I just kind of rolled with it. But yeah, that's what I'm scared of for Smiling Friends, because all of their, like, Adult Swim does frequent like live things and like college campuses and stuff, and they've been like really hammering home Smiling Friends stuff, and all of their social media is Smiling Friends stuff. And that's okay, because like John and Zach are there doing stuff and like talking about the show, and you can tell that they're like making shit up as they go, and that's kind of part of the fun.
Is it John or Michael Cusack?
It's Michael Cusack. You keep saying John Cusack.
Oh yeah, sorry,
the actor.
I'm stupid. But yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's a pretty easy mistake to make. He's
it's the only other Cusack I'm aware of. But yeah, Zach I'm aware of. You can't miss that guy. He's got one of the most distinct voices in the business.
Yeah.
Well, they did it's just a weird Zach story. They did like a Q&A video one time. He was part of, it might have been trying to get Smiling Friends made. It was either that or it was like Hellbenders or something else he was trying to make. And someone in the chat was like, "Hey man, I love your stuff. You're great. Been following you since Newgrounds. And there's no hate with this. It's just people ask all the time and no one really knows. Why does your voice sound like that?" And Zach was like, "Hey man, fuck you. Why would you bring that up right now on this conversation. You know I don't want to talk about it. And I never went like way over the top, like being funny, and then never answered it. And I think to this day, I don't know why his voice is like that.
That's great.
I think it's just it has been that way for
Do
him.
you guys watch Oni Plays?
Of course, Zach's in that all the time.
Is Oni in there as well? Is he one of the voices?
He provided guest animation in an episode.
Okay, cool.
I can't remember if he's been a voice yet or not.
I don't know, but I always love his
I think
streams.
Ding Dong's been a voice.
Yeah.
But you guys, the episode, I can't remember the plot of the actual episode, but the bookends are they're in the break room and they're watching two huge fat guys in space argue over a ham.
Oh yeah.
That's Chris O'Neill animated that.
Fuck, it's the
Oh, he
second
voices them
episode.
too. Never mind. Yeah, he voices both fat guys, I think.
Yeah, it's the
So,
second.
yeah,
or
that's
third
Chris
episode.
O'Neill. Yeah.
It's really early.
He's Oni. But yeah, it's I love they're both sitting there watching it. It's like, this is a documentary. I love this. And Alan's like, I want to watch the updates on the war. He's like, TV's broken, dude. Where's the remote? Remote's broken too, dude. Also, the episode all about Alan is one of my favorites. Just want to get that out there.
Oh yeah, we talked about that a lot. The various animations.
Our bellies with diet soda and play Burnout Revenge on the PS2.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, we could just literally talk about that show for hours. I could just go on and on. But anyway, for the sake of time and ending in a reasonable hour, I will move on. I have nothing else to talk about as far as what I watched. Played a lot of games. I didn't think I did, but actually looking over it, I did. So we talked about AoE already. Yeah, Zach and Andy came over. We hung out, and again we went and got food and talked about movies and Smiling Friends, and then we played some card games I'll try to get to, and then we played some fighting games. Yeah, we played some Street Fighter.
I watched.
And then we played lots of Mortal Kombat, and
they failed at fatalities for like fucking 50 minutes.
God.
after an hour, I figured out, oh yeah, they have one button fatalities. We should have just turned this on.
Oh man, and I actually looked it up too. Like apparently that's a complaint about the game. Apparently how they made it, so it's a port issue. It's not just like it's not just the typical like, oh, fatalities are just hard to do. Apparently there are some like lag with some, because we were having trouble where I felt like I was doing the inputs exactly and I couldn't get it. I guess there's like some trouble with some of the.
What he's saying is, it wasn't my fault. It was the game's fault.
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
The fault.
Typical
the point
DSP.
is we didn't know about the other though. We didn't know about the one button fatality that makes it way easier. You can just do what you want. So, but yeah, I still forever and always will enjoy picking up any version of Mortal Kombat 3, kicking the shit out of someone with Cyborg Smoke, and then blowing up the world just to give the middle finger. I did it to a kid once at an arcade randomly and walked away, and I like to think that I like impacted that kid's life in some way. But anyway, it is really funny. We played Marvel Rivals at one point. It's been a little while though. That was kind of like early on, right before.
I've been trying to get people to play again, and nobody ever does.
Buddy, I've been deep on the grind. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I've been doing the card stuff, so I promise I'll be a little more free for some Rivals. I want to play. I still enjoy the game a lot. I want to learn some of their characters. I also want to try zombies at one point. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that sounded appealing to me.
I haven't tried that yet either, actually.
Yeah.
And Deadpool's coming out soon. It'd be about a week and a half, maybe.
Yeah. Of course, Christmas happened. I got the kid Super Mario Wonder so we could co-op together, and she and I are. I think we finished the second world. We're about to we're midway through the third world. Mm-hmm. Pretty fun so far. Silly little thing. Bowser turned himself into a castle, and Bowser Jr.'s doing goofy stuff, and yeah, we're having fun. It's a little harder for her. Again, she didn't play a lot of platformers, so like Donkey Kong was such a good game for us to play together because I got to take care of the platforming part, and she was just like my tag along. But she did a lot of important stuff. Like she was getting really good at aiming and like doing like the shouting stuff. Like it's kind of like to kind of describe that for someone that's not played it. Like player one gets to be Donkey Kong and do all the platforming movement, whatever. The other person is effectively doing their own like freeform rail shooter with their voice, like they're shouting bullets. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but like she was helping me, and together we like, played through the game, and it was great. But now that she's got to do the platforming stuff, it's a little more difficult, but she's getting it down. We also played some Mario Kart. As far as trading card stuff, when you guys came over, I got 2 starter decks for Gundam. I've actually played Gundam now twice. I played with you guys, and then I played at another card store. I was teaching some of the guys how to play.
Whoa.
And we had a good time. So
It's spreading.
it's spreading. The game's a lot of fun. I do enjoy it.
Cool.
I'm not
2
really...
new decks come out Tuesday.
Ooh, that's exciting. I'll have to be on the lookout for that because set 3 is coming out soon.
End of the month.
yeah.
30th.
Sweet. So I've still been doing my Pokemon stuff, and we've expanded, and now we're not only with our weekly tournaments, but now we're having these monthly tournaments that are flexible. Like basically over the span of 4 weeks, you play 4 rounds, but you like have a week to match up with your opponent and play. They're called async tournaments. So we're doing that in addition to our weekly stuff. It's just on one night, which is cool. But I haven't been able to play really, which is fine. I've been focused on Wakana, which the reason I bring that up, I'm actually leaving tomorrow for Richmond. So the big event that I've been getting ready for is this weekend. So I actually played in a set championship last weekend and won it, and then thought, okay, I think I've picked the deck that I like. And then that same evening went and played more testing with that deck and got completely like stomped. So
Sounds like card games.
yeah, so then it's like, oh no, I don't know if I want to play that or not. So as of right now, I have no clue what I'm going to play. There's like 4 different options.
Just play what you want to play at that point. Like, I mean, you've played more card games than everyone I know put together, but still, my experience is I won a Gundam event, and then 2 days later went to another one and didn't win a single game with the same deck. So it's just
Yeah. So I'm just it's that mix of I've done enough testing and prep. I have options. I just got to pick what I'm feeling that day and just try to enjoy myself, just like you said. That's what I got to do. But yeah, I'm excited. And I got some more days to figure out stuff and kind of suss out what I want to play. Other than that, yeah, that's all I've really got. I feel like there's something I missed, but I'm sure I can add it to next week when I remember inevitably what it was.
Zach, go. Go, Zach, go!
Okay, I got some things. Dubs, I want to share some pics in the Facebook chat, and then you can like show them when I'm ready to talk about that thing. You'll know.
Oh, he built things. He created with his hands.
This is true. But I watched a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna get into it very long, but
oh geez,
I watched the My Life in Gaming 2025 games we played video.
Oh, I still gotta watch that.
That they do at the
I look forward to it every year. It hasn't even come up in my YouTube thing. Like YouTube hasn't even been like, "Hey, you should watch this, brother."
Yeah, but it's always like fun to see like what they played, and then you're like, "God damn it, you add like 6 to 12 games to your list of shit you want to buy
Every time. Oh, that looks good.
Like what did Fantasian Neo Dimension, which is a game made by Mistwalker Studio. It's RPG, and they do like that pre-rendered backdrop like mixed media thing in it again. It reminds you of like Final Fantasy 9 or something.
And it's Mistwalker?
Yeah, it's
I
Mistwalker.
can't believe I missed that then, because Mistwalker rules.
The coolest thing about the
I thought they
backdrops in that game is they're not even actually pre-rendered backdrops. They built dioramas, took pictures of them, and then like superimposed that. Like that's the
What is it, 1994? That rules.
Yeah, it looks awesome though. But I want to play that. And there was like some stuff I added on Steam, like Home Safety Hotline, which is sort of like that. It's in the vein of like you're playing a game where you're like looking at shit on an old computer, and it's like that that analog horror shit I was talking about before. Gemini Home Entertainment. It reminds me a lot of that. Neon Inferno. That game was cool, and I think that's kind of it so far. There's like a bunch of other ones, and I don't want to like try to run around and find it all. But cool video. I watched all of Beavis and Butthead season 3.
Cool.
It was pretty funny. Cornholio came back. That was one of the best episodes.
The Return of Cornholio.
And you know, it's like when they're old. So like what happened was he was going to the pharmacy to get his medications. And then somehow Beavis got the idea that he could just go back behind the counter and get whatever he wanted. So he went back there and started eating every medication he could. And that's how it turns into Cornholio this time. But it was great. I watched Stranger Things season 5. It's over. It's done.
It's over.
I liked it. It was pretty good. I guess some people online are like crying about it and shit. Like they don't like some of the things they did, or they make up like ridiculous criticisms, which seems to be something everybody does for everything now.
Everyone complains about every show finale now. Like, it's who cares? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was
There
good.
you go. All that matters.
But like, it's fun. I think CM Punk put it best actually in a recent interview. He's like, everybody pisses themselves off because they fantasy book shit in their own head, and then when it happens, they fucking hate it, and they got to go complain about it online.
Oh,
That's perfect. Like, you could not perfectly sum it up better than that.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to let things exist for what they are, and
God damn it, it's not how I imagined it to be. Well, that happens a lot.
the characters I shipped didn't marry at the end. This show's bullshit.
Yeah.
yep, you don't like it, go make something yourself.
Yeah, you bitch.
I wanted to see Will kiss a
Creatively
dude.
bankrupt scumbag.
Yeah.
I've also been watching Gundam Seed Destiny on the side. I'm over halfway through it now. It's starting.
Who you shipping in that one? Just kidding.
It's starting to feel a little laborious to me though. I'm like, ugh. Like I'm getting impatient with it.
Does Destiny at least look better than Seed? Does it still have that weird, like, half-assed, digitally drawn look to it?
It looks better than Seed Remastered does. I think I told you, like, they remastered Seed, but it still kind of looks like shit, you know?
Yeah.
This looks better than that does, but it still has that kind of look where it's like the early digital era, you know, of them getting into the digital anime drawing and shit.
I'll look at something from now and then look at, like, you know, Stardust Memory, who we were talking about earlier.
Oh.
Man, what fucking happened? Like, even like Iron Blooded Orphans, which I love to death. I'll look at the animation of it and then look at Stardust Memory and be like, man, this show could have been even better. G-Quux looks great. I'll give G-Quux a little credit.
Yeah, it's the art style. It's like whatever art style they decide to go for, because another one that looks really good is like Unicorn. Unicorn's a modern digital art.
Well, Unicorn and Narrative and Dawn Crew Cruises Island and of all of them have this like same kind of look, and it's very appropriate and utilitarian, but it's not like knocking my dick stiff. It's not amazing. It's just, this is perfect.
No, yeah, like the shit.
I want to get surprised by how perfect it is, though.
One day, maybe we'll get something that has a real distinct look again.
G-Quux was the closest I think we're going to get for now.
Yeah.
Or Requiem for Vengeance, which, take or leave.
Which for Mercury looked cool, though. It also looked different.
Okay.
But the new Gundam might look better. We don't know. But Stardust Memory rules, though. That's like Macross Plus level animation. People talk about old school animation and like where it peaked. It's like that level, really.
The characters are all designed really cool. Like,
yes,
anime has this tendency to have like the same, like everyone's eyes are at the same spot. They're just different shapes. That's how they design different characters. But Stardust Memory has this. All of it feels like the art book, if that makes any sense. Like everything has an art book. And you're like, man, this looks great, and then the show is good. No, every shot in Stardust Memory looks like the art book, if that makes any sense.
It's all amazing. Stuff I played, mostly multiplayer stuff while I was, during Christmas and our break and everything, Battlefield 6, Rivals. I played some Gundam card game online. I don't know what I'm going to do with some of my decks. I feel like I'm going to rebuild some of them, but like now I'm like in this dead zone where like new shit's about to come out. Yeah. I'm probably going to wait. I got back on playing Final Fantasy Tactics because I quit for a while because I was getting distracted by multiplayer games. And then when I realized 2025 is over, Accelerated Gamer's over, I was like, I need to get back to beating single player games because I also got a bunch for Christmas.
Usually I watch My Life in Gaming's yearly video, and that's what makes me go, I got to get Accelerated Gamer going again. But I passed the torch. I'm no longer the commissioner of that bullshit.
It's me.
I'm on the board.
Yeah, you'll be considered. You're a consultant. And me and Chaz played Mortal Kombat Street Fighter, though. It's always fun to do.
Yep.
Also have been reading, I got a book for Christmas, one of my books. I got Heroes and Friends from Jim Cornette. He personalized it for me, too. It's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really about him. He writes like little. It's almost like he's writing little articles, remembrances about like people he met in wrestling that he was like he either idolized when he was younger and he got to meet him after he got in the business, or he became friends with him later. It's really interesting and cool. The coolest one was when he was writing about Bruno Sammartino. I didn't realize how rough his life was in the beginning, and like his family was literally hiding from like Nazis in World War II in Italy or something. Or, like, the
Jeez.
fascists or some shit. Like they were literally hiding out in the mountains, and he was like gonna die. Like he became like deathly ill as like a little child or some shit.
Wow.
And he was like real small and stuff after that because he dealt with that illness.
Mhm.
And then he later on became like an iconic, bodybuilder, big wrestler guy that everybody fucking looked up to. Like Arnold, that's like one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's heroes is Bruno Sammartino.
Mm.
And then you
That's
just
crazy.
learn what a cool principled guy he was too, in like that business where it's like you hear a lot of stories about people that are like, I'm gonna fuck this guy over, or I'm gonna do this shit. And he was like, he always played it straight, or would suggest things and be like, I should lose this guy because I'm fucking tired and I want to go away for a while. And you're gonna let him lose to me, or you're gonna let him beat me.
Hmm.
It was really cool. I gained a lot of respect for him in that. But the thing I did most over like the last month, though, now Dubs can start showing these little images I sent him.
Okay.
I spent like the better part of a month building a gunpla, and I pretty much worked on it almost every day for like some. It could have been 3 to 6 hours, sometimes 8 hours, just depending on what I was doing that day.
Damn.
But
Bro.
it's all custom painted. None of that is how it looks out of the box. Every part was painted.
What?
I installed wireless LED lights in it. As you can see there. And it was cool. I've had this kit for like the better part of 10 years. I've just been sitting on it forever. It was like, there's the LR Plus card I have of it.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, it's been a project that's been on my mind for like a really long time. And I had it in my head, like how exactly I wanted it to look. And I pretty much made it happen. It pretty much turned out exactly how I visualized it would look in my head. So it's really cool to finally get it finished after all this time. And now that I've done this, like a project that level, I know it's like, well, I can fucking do all kinds of stuff like this now. So it
Do
feels
whatever
great.
you want.
I'll do whatever I want. This is like more of a shiny, like this was a pristine build. Like typically I would weather more. So this is like the first time I've done a build like this where it's like super pretty and it looks cool. Not that weathering isn't cool or doesn't look pretty in its own way.
That's the thing is like Gundams, actual Gundams, kind of look better, like factory fresh, and then other units kind of look better battle damage. That's kind of why I've always gravitated toward like Zaku's and shit, is because I get to do whatever I want and make them look all beat up.
It depends on like what it is, I feel like, but you can like make anything look however you want anyway.
Yeah, I mean you can paint Gundams pink, it doesn't matter, do whatever you want.
Yeah, but like in the case of Wing, I kind of the designs are so iconic and they look so cool in my head. The way I think about it, I don't really want to fuck them up. I want them to look like the best I can make them look.
Yeah, that's what I did with Unicorn.
Yeah, see, like that's another where it's like I don't really want to battle damage the Unicorn or weather it. I want
No,
it
you
to
can't.
just
It's
look
gotta be
awesome.
shiny boy.
Yeah, but this was cool to finally get done.
It looks good.
Thank you.
I think this is my favorite picture right here.
Yeah. I got pictures of different kinds of lighting. I just threw at you what I thought the best pictures were.
I'm the only one who's ever like, can you take a picture with like light on it? I'm trying to look at the paint is what I'm doing. I want to see the paint.
I know that was fair. I mean, I was just trying to make it look cool. That was my fault.
Post the shit on Reddit and get a bunch of karma, get a bunch of internet points.
Go earn your upvotes.
Maybe I will. But that's
It does look really
everything.
cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's everything I did. I'm done.
Dubs, you get to take us home, buddy.
All right. First, I want to show this funny picture of Bret Hart where he went to Starbucks and they wrote bread on it. So
Bread.
they're
Yes, man.
Bread the Hitman Hart. And so I got hit with the flu pretty much after the New Year's. Pretty much January 2nd, I felt like shit. Took a bunch of fucking drugs, and then the next day I felt fine. I went to work on Monday, and I started coughing a lot, and then I fucking had a fever and pretty much died for the next couple of days. But I feel much better now. And what I'd done when I was sick, I should have watched Smiling Friends, but I decided to watch the Netflix show. Well, not the Netflix show, but it's on Netflix. Falling Skies, which is about an alien invasion.
Sounds like a you show to watch.
Yeah, it has the guy from ER, not George Clooney, the other guy. He also does the TV show Pitts or whatever. It's about like Pittsburgh, like ER version or whatever.
Oh yeah, the pit. Falling
Yeah.
Sky. It's like a little older, right?
Yeah, it's like early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember the advertising for it.
Yeah, it's a really good show. It's actually funny because I'm like, when did the 10 episodes like season start? And I was like looking at Falling Skies, every season it has 10 episodes. I'm like, oh man, it started around this time. Because in my opinion, I fucking hate the 10 episode thing because you can't really tell a story deep like how they used to do in the 90s and 80s and stuff in 10 episodes. And some of those shows do struggle with that they only have 10 episodes to tell a story.
Well,
Or-
everybody wants to like have free time and not work all the time. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like a mix though too, right? It's like 10 episodes, you focus only on the plot of that thing, and if you have good writing, you can still pull it off, but it's trickier where when you have 26 episodes or more, you get to do these things where you have like almost an anthology of little stories that help you understand the character development.
Yeah,
of each
that's what I
person,
like.
with an overarching story that's playing out in the main thing. Like I felt like the show Grimm was a good one where like they give you all these little like things and you got a different tale each time. But we would, my wife and I would always make the joke, "Oh, this is a plot episode," because the episode was actually about the main plot of the season as opposed to side story where they just go find a random fairy tale creature. So
It's like can we strike a balance somewhere between the 10 episodes and the 26 episodes? Can we get like
17?
16 episodes or something? Like, yeah.
Yeah, because I like a lot of it struggles, especially when you don't have a good like main story, main plot, and you're like giving us 10 episodes. You're like, I guess that was a story. And I kind of miss the old school, like, oh, this is a filler episode, but it's a good filler episode. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people will be like, oh, this is just fucking fluff and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if you ever seen the show Lost, but there was an episode where they were pretty much playing golf on the island. And it was like one of the best filler episodes ever. But yeah, I watched that show and I'm having a good time. I binge watched like a season and a half. And then I moved on to another addiction called World of Warcraft.
Disgusting.
Yeah, and I...
Wait, did you ever play it before? I don't remember.
Yeah, I've always played it in the past, but I always, when I get up to level 50, I like zone out and don't play anymore.
You get burned out and you want to quit.
Yeah, so they like fixed it in some way where like, you know, when you play an MMO, it's like so like very chore heavy. You'd be like, go to this person and give them fucking 3 hand jobs, and then you give them 3 hand.
Give them 8 bear butts.
Yeah, they somehow like found the happy medium and mixed the story with the chores pretty well, because they'll be like, all right, give this person 3 hand jobs, but kill a dragon in the process, and I'm like, fuck yeah, hand jobs and dragons.
They give you the lore about how the dragon killed their grandchild or some shit.
Yeah, and then gave them hand jobs as well. Anyway, I'm already level like 25, so I'm like halfway through my my stopping point usually in MMOs. If I go past 50, then we know the addiction is serious. So yeah, I did that. I also, because Zach ratted me out, he saw me playing NHL, the new one, and it was on sale for like $17, and I only played the single player. I'm not playing multiplayer, so don't worry about me freaking out.
You guys know what else is on sale right now? Ace Combat 7. It's like $5. That's a $60 game.
Whoa, $5?
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out. It doesn't have any of the DLC, but who cares?
But
if you're curious about Ace Combat, I'm just saying now's a good time. Ace Combat 8 comes out this year.
And if you like Top Gun Maverick, you go up to the $15 and you get Top
That's right.
Gun.
You get all the Top
Yeah.
Gun Maverick had a whole pack of planes and a bunch of
Yeah.
extra nonsense.
Huh.
Yeah. What else did I do? I played. This is gonna be really surprising to you guys, but I played Starfield on PC, and I've been in the Bethesda like kick lately.
I wish you could stream that. I like watching you play Starfield. I don't know why. I think I'm sick.
I'll try to see how I could do it on my laptop, but I just been gaming off of the Rift. It's like not about like streaming and stuff, and
Yeah,
I've been having a lot of fun. I also been playing the Terminator game that just came out. Zach, have you played it yet?
Terminator 2D, no fate. No, I don't have it yet. It's sitting right above my head. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, even though it's like doing the whole movie anyway.
It's got robots in it.
Yeah, it's got robots, shit, and like Arnold. Yeah,
Die in the end?
yeah, maybe.
The cop is a villain.
I'm gonna trade it in for gas money. I like this meme I saw where they said if they replaced Robert Patrick with Kristanna Loken as the cop, the movie would have ended a lot faster.
Oh yeah, because the kid would have snitched. I saw that.
'Cause it
Yeah.
was a
Or
hot
maybe you
girl
sent it to
cop.
me.
I'll tell you whatever you want. What are you doing now?
Yeah, but I've been playing through that with this just story mode, which is pretty much easy mode, and I've been having a blast. And the music is fucking great. Now I know why it's like $30, because in my opinion, I think it should have been like 20, maybe
Shit, I
1999.
bought fucking $60 physical release.
Dude, there's so much licensed music in there. I'm gonna say something. It's not really a spoiler, but I found it really fucking funny. You know when Arnold goes naked into the bar to get clothes and stuff,
Yeah.
and he has that like country song. It has that exact country song as you're walking, beating up the biker dudes. But if you punch the jukebox and break it, it starts playing Bad to the Bone.
Oh, see, I figure a lot of this game's price comes from the licensing, from having to pay for the Terminator fucking license, and then apparently all these songs.
Yeah, so I'm having a great time. The boss battles, if you're playing like on normal or hard, I think it's probably gonna be challenging. So I'm gonna do that eventually. But like even the boss battles on easy mode is like once you get the pattern down, you can kill them. But like you're like, oh, what the fuck do I do? And then it's like a little challenging in the beginning, and then you quickly do it. But I'm having a good time with that. That's another thing I'm playing on my Steam Deck because I got it through Steam. What else did I played Starfield. Oh, because I played Terminator, I watched Terminator 1, 2. I skipped 3 because whatever.
We're gonna do that later this year.
And I did watch Genesis because I like fucking torturing myself in that. And I'll tell you that reason later in our season of this podcast. And then I also watched a YouTube video about James Cameron behind the scenes for Terminator 2. And apparently, like, his fiance, like, got the rights and shit and all that stuff of Terminator. Like, the lady that he, like, fell in love with, like, he was having, like, financial issues and he was going to lose the script and the rights to it. So the person he was dating was, like, really rich and bought the rights. And then after he did Terminator 2, she like kept it and divorced him and stuff. So that's why like he had like issues doing Terminator, along the way. And I think now he has the rights to it again. So, and there's apparently rumors that he wants to do Terminator again. But apparently another Avatar movie came out that I didn't even know about. That's 3 hours fucking long.
Yeah, they announced like 6 of them all at the same time, and everyone said, "Who cares?"
Yeah.
Who sees Avatar movies? Who is going and giving them money for that?
People who like Titanic? I don't know.
People that liked Avatar 1.
I guess.
I thought it was okay. I never watched the second one.
I've never seen any of them. And if I'd watch one if we like watching it for the show or someone told me it was really good, but they seem so. Who cares?
Mm.
I want to see Dances with Wolves with blue people.
I would say it's
Brother, watch
yeah,
this.
basically it's like Disney's Pocahontas, but aliens.
Whoa.
I'd rather watch Pocahontas. Maybe.
So we're going to watch Dances with Wolves, we're going to watch Pocahontas, and we're going to watch Avatar.
All right,
That's what we're going to watch.
gotta have a fourth one.
We'll figure it out.
Coyote Ugly. There we go.
The fuck?
What?
That was a
They're
film.
related.
That was a
What
film,
about
right?
Apocalypto?
That was a film that was put on celluloid.
Pathfinder? Wait, no. That's a revenge movie about
And it's also tabletop, isn't it? It's a tabletop game called Pathfinder.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, lots of Terminator. Christmas was cool. I got this little handheld thing that has 1,000 games on it, and I've been playing Zelda: Link to the Past on there as
God
well.
damn, you play that game again.
I have to admit, every time I have a new thing, usually it's all about how am I going to play Sonic on this.
Yeah, that's actually what I do. Play Sonic on this, what the fuck, or Doom. It's one of
I
those.
guess I can play Sonic 3 again.
Oh, I beat Sonic 2 again because that was also on the handheld thing, and I played Sonic 2. So I was like,
let's go.
yeah.
All right, when you gonna be
Beating Sonic 2 is no small feat. That final boss sucks.
That
honestly, you beat the hardest old game, really. Out of all of them, I think.
I still wonder how 5/6-year-old me can beat that game. It's still
tenacity.
It was hard when I was a
trying.
fucking kid. I've only beat that game when I was young, a couple of times.
You should do like that Twilight Zone episode where he goes back in time to his childhood and you just shake him and then
just run in and shake young Zach. Live your life to the fullest. Play as much Sonic as you can.
Don't do anything different. Do it all.
You're doing it right. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Double down.
Shake myself. Keep doing all the same stuff, but maybe buy some Bitcoin. Google that.
Yeah.
After they invent Google. Okay, bye.
That's probably the only thing I would change.
Do Bitcoin and do the GameStop stocks when there's a pandemic. Just remember that.
It's too many extra steps. Just buy Bitcoin.
Yeah. Just get the Bitcoin and hold.
Completely different.
Yeah, and
no, go to the store. They've just marked out all the copies of Earthbound. Buy them all and seal them. Keep them sealed, wrap them in cellophane, and put them in the walls of your house.
Sell them 25 years later.
Look, if it says Squaresoft on the box, buy that and keep it sealed. Atlas.
Yeah, I also watched the Giants, the New York Giants, lose games win games when they're supposed to lose games to get a good draft position spot.
Oh, for God's sake!
What?
So, what happens in football?
That's dumb. Don't throw a game. Don't listen to dubs. Don't do that. That's bad entertainment.
No, fuck that. And I had fights with fucking Giants fans about they're paid to win. No, motherfucker. You want to build around your fucking quarterback? You need to lose.
That's dumb. There was a bunch of people who bought tickets to be at that game. They want to watch a good game. They don't want to watch a bunch of fucking millionaires lay over and do nothing. That's retarded.
I'm sorry. If you're going to a Giant game that are fucking 2 and fucking 11, if you're going there paying a lot of money, you're a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna say that.
I mean, a coach can run their second string team. They can put out people they don't mind if they get injured or whatever, but don't just lose to lose.
I mean, they have to play. They got to help break the spread.
Yeah, that's true. They gotta, they should still lose.
So you're telling me Jake Roberts was right when he said football was a work?
I mean, to a point.
To a point, yeah.
I think the older I get, the more and more I believe it, because I watched the Lions get screwed over this year in some of the worst play calls I've ever seen, and I don't have anything else to summarize as far as. Again, they have other reasons why they lost, so I'm not solely blaming it on that, but there are some very critical moments where games were decided on some of the worst calls, and we have this review technology that exists that makes it very easy to overturn or fix things, and we just turn our head I don't know. The guy's knee was down at the 3-yard line, but I don't know. He was close enough, and I like him and his kids. So a touchdown.
See, it's like wrestling. They can't show you on the giant Titantron, replay it, see what happened. It's exactly like wrestling now.
I'm saying, I think it's there. And there are other games that are like that. And it's not so much about making a team win or lose. It's just about how that would affect the spread. Gambling. And guess what you can do on wrestling now? You can gamble on wrestling now, too.
You can gamble on everything on that Kalshi app or whatever. You can gamble
that's true.
Whether or not they're going to say a character's name on fucking Stranger Things or whatever.
That's weird. I was going to say something about Stranger Things and gambling.
I think we need to get rid of gambling. It's never going to happen because they're going to be underground shit. But
we should keep gambling. They should get rid of gambling at home. Mobile gambling.
Yes.
That's what they got to get rid of. Keep casinos or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a mistake, putting gambling on cellular devices. It's too late now. I mean, Pandora's box is opened, but
I always laugh because we're talking about gambling, like all the like radio shows or sports shows where they're like complaining about a athlete fucking gambling and getting caught. But
we've
by the
talked about
way,
this.
sponsored by DraftKings, they start doing like a sponsorship for DraftKings. They're like, bro, like, fuck you. And
Pick a lane.
Yeah.
Pick a lane.
That's all I've done, by the way, is bad addictions and Terminator.
Yeah.
What about good addictions? What are your New Year's resolutions, everyone?
Revolutions.
What are your New Year revolutions?
Probably drink more water and
That's grounded in reality.
yeah, but I'm not a real person. I don't know. And I want to play more games, obviously, and I think I found the formula of me doing that.
So you're saying you're going to do better in accelerated gaming this year? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
That's something.
It is something.
Oh, and quit my job eventually because I hate it.
I want to burn down the Federal Reserve. That's what I want to do.
Fuck, that's ambitious, bud. Follow your dreams.
That's a big one.
Next is all those people in D.C.
I want to
Jesus
subscribe
Christ.
to your newsletter.
No, there's no newsletter. It's all secrets. It's codes.
Except you said it on podcast, though.
Yeah, but it's fake. It's like a fake out thing. They would
In
never do
Minecraft.
that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna burn down the Federal Reserve in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, I didn't say where or how.
I didn't say which Federal Reserve.
Yeah, exactly.
And burn down the Venezuelan fucking Federal Reserve.
Yeah,
In
it's
Roblox.
like- he's like, I'm gonna kill the president
In Roblox.
of Mars.
Yeah, already dead. Spoiler alert.
All right. Well, if you like this kind of bullshit, maybe you could like, comment, and subscribe on this, and then you can also follow us on your favorite podcast application: iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever. We're everywhere. And of course, if you like card stuff, make sure you go follow Chaz over at Turbo Blaze GLC. Follow me opening packs. So at Big Trouble Rips, make sure that you get some Gundam cards. Go listen to Getting Some Color. You guys are getting some color this week, right?
We are getting color.
Oh, it's back. They're back on track, baby.
We got to figure out how we're going to watch it, though, because there's no ECW on fucking...
We may have to call an audible.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to find out what that audible is, make sure you go listen to Getting Some Color
Nice.
if you like wrestling. And, of course, everyone's got Twitches and Twitters and everything else. But
I got Twitter.
I'm not going to bore you with all those letters and numbers. Just make sure you check out all that stuff.
All right, guys. See you later. Take us out. Fucking new song.